Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá jákèjádò àgbáláyé. Ẹ̀yin ènìyàn mi, mo mà kí yín o, a kú dédé àsìkò yìí ẹ̀yin ọmọ aládé. Ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ mi, ṣé rí fídíò tí mo fẹ́ show yìí. Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ miss ẹ̀. Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ wò ó nítorí pé ó ṣe pàtàkì fún àwọn ọmọ kóòtù òjìire. Ẹ bá mi farabalẹ̀ kẹ́ bá mi wo fídíò yìí.
I heard that today is June 12th and they have declared public holiday for Abiola. And this is what I have to say before I proceed. To hell with June 12th. To hell with Yoruba. To hell with Abiola. To hell with Democracy Day. To hell with Tinubu. To hell with all of you celebrating June 12th. Nigeria will celebrate June 12th for one man. But Nigeria will not mourn, remember, 30th of May, a genocide committed by Nigerian state against Ndimu. Did you hear me? Another day has come for me to remind my people, Ndibo, that they are not needed in Nigeria. They are not welcomed. Ndibo are not welcomed in Nigeria. I want to remind you of the injustice, in case you have forgotten. Today is the 12th day of June 2025. A day both Hausa and Yoruba set aside to celebrate their Democracy Day in remembrance of what happened to MKO Abiola, the election annulments done, executed and implemented by General Sani Abacha and Ibrahim Babangida Fulani. They annulled the election of MKO Abiola, free and fair election. Hausa and Yoruba agree that there is no need for them to sweep that particular important matter under the carpet. It is a cheating on the Yorubas for them to annul his election. That was even what they used to compensate Yoruba by bringing Obasanjo out of prison and making him the president of Nigeria in 1999. That is the case of Abiola, one man. Why am I telling you this? I want to remind you, Igbo man, Igbo woman, that Nigeria doesn't love you. Nigeria does not have your interest. They are remembering one man for what happened to him many years ago. But this same country, Nigeria, refused to remember over 4 million Igbo people that were massacred in the genocide that could have been averted if General Yakubu Gowon had agreed to regionalize Nigeria with Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu. On the 30th of May, it's a day Ndi Igbo also remember their fallen heroes. But the question I want to ask you is this: why is the same Nigeria not remembering the innocent men, women, and children? Many of them were starved by our Awolowo. The genocide that could have been averted, the war that could have been averted. Why is Nigeria not remembering 30th of May the way they are remembering June 12th? Why are they not talking about reconciliation, rehabilitation, and reintegration of the Igbos in Nigeria? It's a simple question. If the Yorubas can be compensated with MKO Abiola, if Nigeria can set aside June 12th, why shouldn't the Igbos get 30th of May as a national day of remembrance, remembering the fallen heroes of Biafran children? The person that caused the war, General Yakubu Gowon, is still alive. The war could have been averted. Gowon and Ojukwu had an agreement to go to Aburi Accord to discuss the restructuring of Nigeria. Gowon betrayed Ojukwu. On their way back, he said he is no longer in agreement with him. That thing we discussed in Ghana, I don't think I will be in support of it again. Without giving reasons for not moving forward with what they discussed. Was that not why Ojukwu declared the war? Was that not why Ojukwu declared Biafra? Did Ojukwu declare war? Did Ojukwu say that he is going to war? The war could have been averted, and the genocidist, the war criminal Yakubu Gowon, is still alive, and nobody is asking Gowon, why did you not agree with Dimo Odumegwu Ojukwu? Why did you initially agree that you are going to sign that Nigeria will be restructured? Let every region go and develop their place. Resource control, every region. It will even help the regions to be very competitive. Was that not why they say let us go the regionalization way, the restructuring way? Gowon is still alive. No journalist in Nigeria is asking Gowon, what happened? Why did you say you will not sign the restructuring again? Ojukwu, out of frustration and anger, went to the east, hosted the flag of Biafra, declared Biafra, and started issuing the currency of Biafra Republic. Gowon now entered the east and started bombing, shooting, and starving children with the help of Awolowo. The question I'm asking is simple. That war, could it have been averted? Yes. Who is the chief protagonist of that war? Gowon, General Yakubu Gowon. And where is Gowon today? He is still safe and sound. But they want to remember, they are remembering Abiola. For one election conducted, the free and fair election we are talking about was conducted by an Igbo man named Humphrey Nwosu. And the Yorubas in Nigeria tried to divert the attention of people by blaming the whole thing on Humphrey Nwosu, that he was the one that annulled the election. Why did he not proceed in calling the other results? The man, Ibrahim Babangida, who annulled the election, is still alive, but Yoruba have covered him. Yoruba don't want to say anything about him. In fact, they even gave him honor. They awarded him with so many awards. Yoruba celebrated Ibrahim Babangida that annulled the election of their brother. But they heaped the blame on innocent Humphrey Nwosu, the NEC chairman, as at that time in 1993. Why? Because Humphrey Nwosu is an Igbo man. Anything you are doing in Nigeria, I want you to understand that Nigeria state does not love you. Nigeria state doesn't like you. On the 30th of May, when we celebrated our fallen heroes, when we remembered them, everybody was silent. Did you hear Nigeria government saying anything about it? Did you hear the Senate president in Abuja? Did you hear him say, oh, this is the day, this thing happened, that one happened? Is it not Muhammadu Buhari that even gave them the 12th June 1993? Is it not him that declared that day as public holiday in remembrance of MKO Abiola? When you reach the matter of Ndibo, nobody will talk for us, nobody will speak for us. The question I am asking you listening to me is simple. Why will they remember MKO Abiola, just one man, because of his annulment of election? But they refuse to remember over 3.5 million innocent men and children massacred by Yakubu Gowon. Why? Have they reconciled with the Igbos? No. So you don't want to celebrate, you don't want to remember my fallen heroes, but you want me to stay at home as a public holiday for MKO Abiola. Huh? No Igbo man or woman should celebrate 12th June. If Nigeria state will not celebrate, will not remember our fallen heroes on 30th of May, there is no need. We will never recognize that June 12th. No Igbo man or woman should remember June 12th. No Igbo man or woman should stay at home or public holiday or whatever bullshit they are doing because of the annulment of election of one man. But 3.5 million people that were starved, Kwashoko, you can't say anything. You can't remember them. You sweep it under carpet. Even the people that say, okay, we are going to remember them, you are hunting them down for remembering their heroes. You don't love me and you want me to love you. No, tell me. You don't want to sacrifice for me, but you want me to sacrifice for you. You don't want to reintegrate me, but you want me to be part of Nigeria. No, it's not by force. If Nigeria state cannot recognize our fallen heroes, if Nigeria state cannot recognize the sacrifices what Ojukwu did in order to save his people from the carnage, from the wickedness of Nigeria and Yakubu Gowon, then we will never remember 12th of June. 12th of June is only for Hausa, Yoruba, and Fulani. And every other tribe to whom any other tribe that care to stay whatever, celebrate the June 12th with them, they say it's Democracy Day. Is there anything like democracy in Nigeria? Are you guys not deceiving yourself? Which democracy? Is Tinubu a democratic president? Is he not a deceiver? Which tyrant, which dictator is bigger than Tinubu? Tinubu is worse than Abacha and Babangida combined together. Tinubu is worse than Abacha and Babangida jammed together. And I'm surprised. A man that looks so weak and doing like a bonokro. I don't know what he gave to you people. I don't know what he gave to them. Amami who nyere ha no lacha. That they are scared of somebody that is like Obono. Somebody na mi doka Isam, you know? So I don't understand. There is no democracy in Nigeria. There's nothing like democracy existing. If you cannot do for me what you do for another person, then we will never recognize June 12th. No Igbo man or woman will recognize June 12th with the rest of Nigerians. When I say 30th of May, it's a pojuna. 30th of May, na so na for. June 12th, na sakwa you want di wafo. You want us to remember one man with you because of his election, ordinary election, one nonsense election. But over 3 years, these men and women we are suffering, receiving bullets, and now about hambo, and now about hewe, and now receive humbo, and now many things, and now starve for her. When that 30th of May reach, you will do like you did not know. You don't even want, in fact, you are not interested in the matter that concerns you. Then when you reach June 12th, you go anyway. Say, oh, it's the day, oh, Abiola did sacrifices, what Abiola did, oh, but the man that annulled the election is still alive, Babangida. What did you do to him? All of you started and contributed money for him when he launched the nonsense book he launched. Did Nigeria not contribute money for the man that annulled the election of their so-called brother they call Abiola? They gave him money, an award. Clap for him. And they are going to build a museum in his name. The man that the reason why the freest and fair election in Nigeria, the reason why it was annulled, the man they are celebrating him. Tell me, I want you to tell me another word for hypocrisy. The man who cause you problems today. You know Kwediam, you know Jelam, you nothing. You celebrated him, you gave him money, you are criminals, kleptomaniacs, thieves. So what am I trying to say? Nigeria is against an average Igbo man, an average Igbo woman, and as an Igbo children in general. You have seen it yourself. Do I need to spin it again for you to understand what is going on? They don't love you. They never loved you. You reach your turn, 30th of May. Everybody, they waka go their business. They're happy. They are even laughing. They were even laughing on the graves of our children that died of Kwashoko. Some of them will say, oh, we will do it again. And they see it, and everybody's calm. Everybody's happy. Some Yorubas, they were even taunting us. Yorubas, the majority of the Yorubas are taunting us with what happened to our people many years ago. They laughed. They said that what will happen to us. Yoruba. Do you now understand? If Yoruba no go, if they no go celebrate, if they no go remember your day, no remember their day. To hell with the 12th June 1993. To hell with them and Abiola. To hell with them and democracy. To hell with Nigeria and Yoruba with June 12th. To hell with all of you. Yes, to hell with you people. We don't have any business with the June 12th. As far as our Igbo man is concerned, Igbo woman is concerned, we have no business with the rubbish and the nonsense June 12th that you are celebrating or remembering. Remember it on your own. When you reach our own, we'll remember. When you reach your own, remember. Since our own is not good for national, nobody will do it national. Your own is not even important to us. It's as simple as that. The injustice. This injustice, one day, it must have an expiring date. This particular injustice, it must have an expiring date. Many people will pay for the injustice meted against Ndibo in Nigeria. That is where I rest my case for now. 1967 to 1960 was a day a Yoruba man named Awọn massacred or stabbed over 3.5 million Igbo children. I want you to also note that. A Yoruba man massacred 3.5 million Igbo children. I have come here with a whole lot of feelings, nostalgia, and so many things so rolling on my mind. I don't know where to start, but of course I will start somewhere. I want to ask you Ndibo question. Today we are celebrating our fallen heroes. You know that our brothers and sisters who were massacred in that genocide did not just wake up and say they no longer want to exist. It was because of the marginalization, the ill treatment, the way they are maltreating the Igbos in Nigeria. That was what led to the civil war. The war did not just happen. It wasn't a coincidence. It happened because the Nigerian state has always been against the Igbos. This same marginalization is why Nnamdi Kanu is still in DSS custody. And today, Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention. He was kidnapped from Kenya because he's an Igbo man. And up till today, they are still going from one court to another court, saying the same thing, repeating the same lines. Why? Because they don't want him to be released. I've come here to ask you a question, Mokonibo. I heard that you people are calling Ateze Ozibondo. Who is Ateze? Ateze is one of the so-called billionaires we have in southeastern part of Nigeria. They say that Ateze is a rich man. And on as on the Ibondo. Kedu ka Ateze si we wuro Ozibondo? Mmadone ka Ateze Zogorundo. I'm asking you. If you say that Ojuku Ojuku is Ozibondo, I will agree. Ozibondo, because when they were maltreating the Igbos in Nigeria, Ojuku did not keep quiet. When Yirika is a soldier, Onyami. He can't go on. You know, I can't allow you to continue treating my people like this. Something has to be done. And what will be done? It is either we come on a table and talk about the regionalization of Nigeria or the separation of Nigeria. One thing must happen. Because my people are all over the country. If you go to the north, the west, the south, the east, every part of the country, you will see Igbo men there domiciled and doing their businesses. So why are you massacring my people in the north? Why the 1960, 1957, 1945, the Igbos, they kill? Why are you doing that to my people? Gowon did not give him any reasonable or responsible answer. Ojuku said the only option or the only way out to all this shenanigan happening to my people is just for us to discuss regionalization. Gowon agreed initially, but all of a sudden, he said he was no longer in agreement with regionalization. Every man go to your region and develop it. That was what led to the war. And you all already know this news. Nnamdi Kanu, because of that reason, has been kept in DSS custody because of the Nigerian state against the Igbos. Anama Jogo today, how many times have you seen this out there as almost an Azibondo? How many times have you come out to talk about the marginalization and the problems of Ndibo in Nigeria? How many times have I said almost in Azibondo Potagoro say these Fulani herdsmen when they buy my people for Southeast, this thing cannot continue. I will not allow this. Because I am one of the leaders of the Southeast or my people in Igbo land, and I will not allow Fulani terrorists to continue taking the lives of my people. I ask you, Kedi Hemeru, Kedi Hunu Japo, Ateze, Nona Zondi Bondo. The seaport we are talking about in the Southeast, Igbo don't have seaport, Southeast don't have seaport, we don't have international airport, there is no presence of government, the federal government in the Southeast. The whole thing is crystal clear that these guys, they literally don't want us in Nigeria. This is what the birds of the earth can attest to, that Nigerian state is against the Igbos. That is why anytime you're talking about, oh, we want a head of state, we want an Igbo man, they will say for what? How can you give an Inyamiri? How can you give an Igbo man the opportunity, the chance of becoming the #1 citizen of Nigeria? Because of the way they perceive the Igbos. And we don't know the reasons for all this. That is where I bring Ateze again, in this picture. What is Ateze saying about his people that have been marginalized? The 1960 to 1970 genocide. What is Ateze? What is his view or his opinion about the way his people were massacred because they are asking for one thing? Stop treating me like a 10th class citizen. I am part and parcel of Nigeria. If all of us will have to be one, then whatever you give to A, you have to give it to B. Whatever you give to B, you have to give it to C. When you give a northern part of a northern man the chance, or you give him a portion of the meat, and when you come to my turn, you give me biscuit bone, or you tell me said meat don't finish, then I will call you, I will see myself as an orphan. In a family, a man will always give one of his child food or meat, or his inheritance, and the other one he say he will not. I will ask for a DNA because that man will not be my father. A man who always treats me like a slave should not be my father, and there is no way, and there is no need I should continue living with them. That is the case of Ndibo in Nigeria. Kedi hemera Ateze jiwe wuro ozi wundu. Ateze kedi hemeri jazi kedi biz of Ndibo wundu before. Ateze is a stooge. Ateze is money misroad. Ateze does not have the interest of Ndibo at heart. Ateze should not be bestowed. Such title should not be bestowed upon Ateze. It is a sin. It is unsanny for us to continue calling Ateze Ozibondo. Ateze wa for ya ko na azondo. Ateze na azo the ndo of his family. Ona ha azondo Igbo ndo. Biko una agbozi na ateze ozo Igbo ndo. This man, every problem where Igbo people they complain from Nigeria, you cannot hear Ateze say one thing. Ateze called Buhari that now Buhari go give Igbo man presidency. That is what Ateze said. Up to today, we not see Jack. He invited Buhari enter the southeast. Ateze with a microphone. Now go in. Ateze today is together with Tinubu. Fana Tinubu no ne dinango. Ateze, his brother Nnamdi Kanu is in DSS custody. Ateze is not saying anything about it. His brother that is being detained illegally, don't forget. That title should be ripped off of him because he doesn't deserve it. He's a slave to Fulani and Afonja. Such a man should not be honored in Igbo land. We are Igbo people, we don't tolerate rubbish. We are Igbo people, we don't give relevance to nuisance. Ateze is a nuisance and he should not be called Ozi Iwondo. Ona azafo yando. Ona azo family endo. Munye ko na azondo. Umuye ko na azondo. Ona azondo Iwondo. Fulani go enter. Take my people. Buy my people. Ateze no go say anything. He will enter bed with Fulani and Afonja. Tomorrow na say no ndi go na azondo. Tell me one thing where Ateze don't do Oji Zondo Iwondo. Just one. I'm not asking for two. Just one. Tell me. I want you to in simple sentence, maybe one or two sentences, how is Ateze Ozi Iwondo? Kedin does Ogodondo before. Ojuku father, billionaire. Ojuku billionaire. Ojuku yirikake. Say that you can't treat my people like this. I can't watch you treat my people like this. It's either this or that. If you don't want that, you have to want this. And if you say you don't want this, you must go for that. That was what led to the massacre. Over 3.5 million Igbos. Awolowo aided and abetted that genocide. He starved Igbo people. Yoruba man. Okay, Yoruba. Starved Igbo. He called Gowon. Don't give these people food. You are fighting war with them and you defeat them. You allow food to enter their land. Mba. If you continue at this pace, these guys will fight for 10 years and they're not going to relent. Just starve them and watch the world die a natural death. Gowon said this is a very good, it's a good suggestion. We have to stop food from entering. Now why you look like our people started going down. Supply food and water during the war and Nigeria will become history. 4 years, they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu. 4 good years. 4 good years. Anything when you talk about Igbo man, everybody in Nigeria wants to kick against it. Other tribe, they are fighting in the Igbo in the morning, fighting in the Igbo in the afternoon, fighting in the Igbo in the night. Ndi Igbo not drink water, keep cup for Nigeria. And they say that we are one Nigeria. What made us one Nigeria? Nothing. Or what if we made one Nigeria? One Nigeria is only working for Hausa and Yoruba. Hausa and Yoruba will bring their worst of their worst, their imbecile. They will impose them on us and tell them, say these people will. Now, this is the best. Look at the best Yoruba gets. See the best where Yoruba gets. See the best where Hausa gets. Buhari. The worst of their worst. They lead us. People that are progressive and inspiring. Hausa and Yoruba will bring in imbeciles for us and impose them and ask them to govern us. And Ateze, Ozi Iwondo call. Such title. Remove that title. Don't call Ateze. Owe hiye merugo Ozi Iwondo. Owe honye na azondo. I want Ateze to say that no honor ahamowo ozo my family ndo. Owe ndi Igbo na azondo. Ina ha azondo Iwondo. Maka yo ona gbasara ndi Igbo. Onu go pim. You don't speak about Igbo. You don't talk in favor of ndi Igbo. If you see the things that are going on in our land, you do not speak. You are classless. You are classless. That is why you can never be Ozi Iwondo. If you are reasonable, you Igbo man watching me, you should stop calling Ateze Ozi Iwondo. Una was in Ateze Ozi Iwondo, and I don't want to be one now with Joba. Over here, Ateze Ozi Iwondo. Ojuku, because he did not keep quiet when they were marginalizing us. And Nnamdi Kanu, these are the men you should call Ozi Iwondo. Not a Fulani puppet, not a Afonja stooge. An Afonja stooge should not be called Ozi Iwondo. I summarize by saying, today is the 30th of May, a very special day. A day we reflect on our journey into Nigeria and how we managed to enter that settings that never favored us. And we also reminisce on how the genocide happened, what led to the war, and how our people, millions of Igbo children, died of kwashiorkor. And that was how the war ended. And the Igbos are still in Nigeria. Nothing has changed so far. It is still the same thing. What led to that war was not addressed. Because instead of them to address it, they carried their bombs and their guns. They entered our place and started bombing the southeastern part of Nigeria. All because they want us to forcefully stay with them as one. And they are not practicing the one Nigeria. I ask Ndibo, which way for us? Which way? May the souls of our fallen heroes who paid a very painful price, They paid a painful price. They fought with empty stomach, without food and water. Even while Awolowo stabbed them, they were still fighting. May their souls continue to rest in the bosom of the Lord. Amen. Thank you for watching.
Mo jẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ́ fún orílẹ̀-èdè mi ilẹ̀ Odùduwà tó ń ṣàn fún wàrà àti fún oyin, ilẹ̀ tó kún fún àwọn akọni ọgbọ́n ètò àti òye. Mo ṣe ìlérí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ ológo ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀, ìtànṣán oòrùn láti la ayé já nílẹ̀ Áfíríkà, láti gbé ilẹ̀ Odùduwà lárugẹ. Mo pinnu láti fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan fún ìlọsíwájú ìran Yorùbá. Mo fọwọ́ sọ̀yà pé n kò ní dalẹ̀ tàbí ṣọ̀tẹ̀ sí ìṣọ̀kan àti ìtẹ̀síwájú orílẹ̀-èdè mi ilẹ̀ Odùduwà. Èmi yóò fi gbogbo ipá, ọkàn, iṣẹ́, ọgbọ́n àti ìṣe mi sin orílẹ̀-èdè mi ní òtítọ́ àti lódodo títí ọjọ́ ayé mi. Gbogbo ìyànjú àwọn akọni tó ti lọ kò ní já sófo láti ọwọ́ mi títí dé ìrandíran tí ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn. Mo ṣe ìlérí pé ẹ̀sìn tàbí ìṣèlú kò ní yà wá nílẹ̀ Odùduwà. Tó bá wáyé bẹ́ẹ̀, mo lè lo ọkàn ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó kù sára mi láti fi ṣègbè àti jàjàgbara fún orílẹ̀-èdè mi. Ilẹ̀ Odùduwà, ìran Yorùbá, èdè kan, àṣà kan àti ìṣe kan ló so wá pọ̀ láéláé lágbára Elédùà.